Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Expeditions Viking. We have a new destination, a beach village, idyllic beach village near a monastery. Alright, let's go to Scarborough Fair. Sun will be rising on the 29th of April. And let's go. Alright. Kettle, Roskva, Aslafer, Nafia, and Gunner. Let's go. I really like that map. It's a really nice map. They should have had a pre-order cloth map bonus or something like that. Or heck, sell a cloth map as a bonus. I'd totally buy that. Men and women watch you disembark from the rocks above, silhouetted against the gray sky. Down the beach, two brave youngsters keep a close eye on the mysterious strangers in their imposing warship. Nafia's boots sink into the sand as she jumps the few feet from the ship, weapon in hand. I see a path up the cliffs to the south. They'll be expecting us. Gunner grips his axe, clearly pleased to feel its weight in his hand.
Now, they know we're coming, but they won't be expecting us.
Kettle staggers as he feels the firm ground sway beneath him after days of sailing. Shading his eyes with a hand, he looks up at the stone building that towers above the cliffs. If we've come for riches, I'd say we found it. Look at that fortress.
If the plan is to attack that hall, I hope this coast is undefended as the rumors make it out to be. A king who can afford a building like that can also afford to retain warriors to protect it.
Roscoe speaks barely loud enough to hear over the roar of the surf. It's not a fortress, I think. It has an air of sanctity about it. I could be wrong, but... Idis is already tossing sacks of supplies onto the beach, making ready to establish a camp. Getting ahead of yourselves, sweethearts. Smoke didn't come from that building. There's a village above those cliffs. Should go say hi. We're going to scout things out. The rest of you drag up the ship and make a camp. New quest, Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme. Yes, I am totally going to Scarborough Fair. Shayna Yon daughter, Idis Asolf daughter, Nikki Levin's daughter, and Bjorn Ragnarsson. Ah, cool. I like that they're actually showing up here. Also, that is a lot of... I don't know. I mean, they're probably supposed to be crabs, but they're pretty big. I mean, it's a lot of them, and they look a little bit more insect-like. Well, hey, there's some garbage here. Let's go grab that. It is empty. Anything to look at? Interesting little pit or something there. Wilnoth Baldred's daughter. Hello! No, don't run away! I'm friendly! I swear I won't murder you! Yet. It may happen. Funny. Nah. I like playing fairly good characters, so. I say that having, you know, murdered all of the villagers back in Skerningay. That was, you know, mistakes were made, you know. Hello, Doc. Hello, garbage that probably won't have anything in it. Hey, 2 armor webbings. Color me surprised. More garbage. That one was empty, though. Alright, that would take us out to the campaign map. Whoever was here left in a hurry when they saw your ship. That's empty. That has not. Thank you. I appreciate your contribution. Alright, here's the path. Let's head up. There's a lot of wood just down here on the beach. Howdy, people! The group who intercepts you above the cliffs displays every indication of the classic angry mob, down to the prevalence of pitchforks. I don't see any pitchforks, actually. A middle-aged man at the front, hastily dressed in cheap hide jerkin and wielding an actual spear, hails you in a language that tickles something at the back of your mind, but doesn't quite translate into meaning. Hold up your hands in peaceful greeting. The man in front, whom you have already mentally labeled the emissary. Oh, hey, it's Cisco! Mirrors your gesture as best as he can without dropping the spear. He speaks a few more sentences, but they are no more understandable to you than the first. One step behind you, you sense Kettle shifting his weight anxiously. I think I understand this. You understand what they're saying? Mostly, some of it. He was asking who we are and where we've come from. Now I think he's asking us to come with them. Nafia is doing her level best to hide her incredulity in her voice. How could this be? You've never left Scairn in your life. I assume Odin decided on a whim to grant me complete power over language just now. Why would I lie? Tell them to throw down their weapons or we'll teach them a lesson they won't soon forget. Explain that we just need horses, and then we'll be on our way. Ask them to lead the way. Make it clear we don't want trouble. Aggressive followers have lost morale, and peaceful followers have gained morale. I don't know how many we have of those, but whatever. Kettle gives you a sheepish look. I don't know how to say that. I get their meaning, but I can't speak that language. The welcoming committee has been listening to your exchange, and now fervent discussion is rippling through their ranks. They quickly seem to reach some sort of conclusion, and their youngest member takes off at full tilt down a path towards the woods. More cryptic declarations are transmitted by the emissary. Kettle strains to understand and translate. He's asking us to stay, wait, and something about a wise man. Getting someone who can help. We'll do as they ask. Let's see who they're fetching. Lies. They're getting reinforcements. We attack now while the numbers are in our favor. I'm not entirely sure that the numbers are in our favor, but... I mean, it's like 6 on 6. We'll do as they ask. Let's see who they're fetching. A few minutes pass. The guarded looks crackling between your herd and the natives, and the uneasy shuffling of feet on both sides contrast bizarrely with the calm waves against the beach and the pretty songs of the birds among the trees. Finally, the errand boy returns at a trot, trailing a tall man in a shaggy robe, whose stride is far more brisk than ought to be possible, with the sandals in such an advanced state of unravelment as his. As he reaches the welcoming party, the robed man lowers his hood and takes in the sight of your modest heathen horde with a slow, deeply interested look. A few words are exchanged between him and the emissary. Then the robed man closes the distance between you, bows, and introduces himself in heavily accented Saxon.
Dominus Vobiscum, stranger. I am Brother Morkant. I have given my life to studying the ineffable beauty of God's work.
I assume you're talking about Odin. Continue. Scairn being well situated along the trade routes to Saxony, you've had enough contact with your southern neighbors to learn their language. At any rate, you speak it about as well as this man. I am Elmendreda, daughter of Auld, and this is my retinue. Morkant runs his eyes down your body once, with no trace of lewdness, but rather as though to assure himself that he did in fact see a bosom on you. You are the leader of these warriors? Cross your arms and raise one eyebrow as high as possible. Yeah, totally. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. Registering the unambiguously peeved expression on your face, he clears his throat and then deftly brings the conversation back on track. Please tell me, Laftia Elmendreda, whence have you come? What did you call me? Tell me, what is that building on the cliffs? We've come from Scairn, on the coast of Jutland, to the east. What did you call me? Laftia? It is an expression of respect in our language. It means... lady, perhaps? He struggles for a moment to think of a way to explain it. It means mistress of the house. Yeah, lady. Tell me, what is that building on the cliffs? Oh, the convent. It's a house of God.
It has nothing of interest to you. Don't worry yourselves about it.
We've come from Scairn on the coast of Jutland to the east. Also, the birds, you know, just trying to photobomb themselves in, you know, in here. Totally doing that. Rude. Hate seagulls. Morkant's gaze turns inwards as he no doubt pictures the world around him as he knows it.
I believe we know your people as the Danes.
We are Danes or Jutes or simply Norse. But those of us who go abroad are known as Vikings. That is one of the names by which we are known. Yeah, sure, we'll give him more information, that's fine. Morkant smiles. It feels like progress is being made.
We are Angles, and this is the kingdom of Northumbria. I myself am a monk, a servant of the Lord, and a traveling scholar of cultures, languages, and faiths.
Some impatient shuffling of booted feet behind him seems to remind Morkant of the reason he was summoned. He rattles off a few quick sentences to reassure the mob before he turns back to you and jumps to the point. I do really like having Parsley, Sage, Scarborough Fair play in the background here.
Might I inquire as to the purpose of your journey?
We are here to seek allies in our struggles at home. Our mission is one of discovery and trade. We've come for gold and silver. Take us to your chieftain so we can make our demands. Going for one or two. Our mission is one of discovery and trade. The monk quickly translates your words to the others before responding.
Very good. Let us bring you before Maculin, the Garifa of this shire.
New goal, optional. Meet the chieftain of the village. And they all just run off. They just gone. Run. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and explore a little bit, shall we? Hi, cow. No, that's not... I was wondering if there was a quick save option. Is there a quick save option? Quick save, F5. Alright. So the reason why I'm doing that is because I know that in some places it'll be like a kind of a surprise, and some of the people will not take too kindly to our taking these things. So I would rather do this after save. So if they get angry, we'll be okay. We can load. Totally just, you know, here for discovery. You know, I want to discover what's in the barrels and the sacks. You know, like these valuables. Well, hello, chest, all the way out here. Hardened leather, grease pot. I'll take those. What do we have here? The stone looks like it's stood here forever. Its base is covered in lichen, its top in bird droppings. Strange markings are chiseled across its surface. Some look like the shapes of animals or plants, but most are completely incomprehensible. Might be wise to mark the location of the stone. Okay, I'll do that. Could be a Anglo-Saxon rune stone or something like that, perhaps? Well, we'll get some herbs up here. You harvested fennel. It yields 2 herbs. Some wood and some grease. I'm glad that the people will just wait for us, you know. Get a hold of some horses and some supplies. Cloth, poison, and bladder. Hey, some rations. I always like getting rations. Some powder. That's really nice water. I guess this is some sort of animal pen. It's kind of odd. Another entrance to the fortress. Alright, we'll look at that in a moment. Wanna, you know, tax the village first. Take all of their bladders. It's important that we do so. There's Maucolin. Let's see. Cynegith Yorkenwalda's daughter. Theodore Kynbertisanu. Hexam Wolfsiganasunu. Okay, I'm just like, I don't know. Jeez, I'm worse with Anglo-Saxon names than I am with Norse names. It's a little bit weird. Tar and powder. I have more exposure to Norse names. Part of it just shows you how far English has changed. Lots of stuff over here. String and rations. Tar. Cloth, herbs, and powder. That one is empty. Nice view from that cliff there. Alright, what other things do we have over here? Anything of interest? Aha! Alright, that is the Christian building. I like this wilderness. Ooh, hey. Exploring pays off. A cairn. 1 skill point received. Fantastic. Ooh, hello. 2 herbs. Harvested poppies. And a mayweed. We'll, of course, look at the Christian building later. Oh, hello. What is this? A pile of animal pelts from sheep and a few deer lie conspicuously stacked in a small clearing. A gamey, decayed smell wafts about the area. Let's search the pile. As you dig through the hides, it becomes clear that they have been there for a while. By the time you reach the bottom of the pile, it has become a fetid mass that brings your bile up. You plunge your hands into the disgusting heap, sinking your arms up to the elbow. You feel your fingers close around the metal. It is lukewarm and slimy to the touch. Amidst the foulness, you spot the glint of gold. It appears that a cache of jewels has been secreted away underneath it. Finesse, medium. Retrieve the jewels. There's something buried in here. Finesse failed. As you tug your arms free, you feel a stab of pain as something jagged tears through your skin. Though you retrieve the jewels, you have a jagged, painful scar on your arm, covered in the slime of decay. Ooh. I have a light infection to the arm, but I've got 180 valuables. After wiping away the grime, you find the treasure to be strangely familiar. That reduced my strength a bit. -3 for a light infection of the arm. Wow. A small handful of brooches, arm rings, and carved pendants, bearing Norse runes, should be capitalized there, and images of Sleipnir, Odin's 8-legged horse. How did they end up here? Elmandretta, could this have something to do with your father? Maybe someone in the village knows. We'll have to earn their trust before we start asking around. Nephew nods. Lead the way. Okay, well, I will have to do something about that infection at one point. At some point. The Weir in the woods. We will switch in a bit. Not just yet. Why couldn't we have, like, used something to clean, like I don't know, a stick? Yeah, I got got 4 herbs from the Mayweed. Ooh, a little bridge. 6 men and women are strewn about the riverbank, inhabiting a camp of tents that appear to be made out of the sails of a ship. Some attempt to establish a perimeter of sentries. Has been made, but it's immediately obvious that whoever is organizing this has never had a day of battle training in their life. Having thus managed to get quite close to the camp without being seen, don't know why they didn't hear me walk across the bridge, you are free to ponder your approach from the other side of the river. Let's talk with these people, see how far diplomacy will get us. First we take out their archers from a distance, then we go in fast and hard. Attack! They look disorganized. They shouldn't be too difficult. Let's just get it over with. Let's talk to them. Kittle looks confused. If we wanted to talk to these people, we shouldn't have left the interpreter behind. Yeah, we pretty much have one choice now. We attack. What? Well, why can't I just, like, leave? Well, crap. I think I have screwed this up. Alright, well, let's see if we can take them out. Apparently I did. Oh, thanks for joining us there, Gunner. Alright, Biona Osgithsanu. Alright, so they are, militiaman, cleric. They're Anglo-Saxon. Skirmisher. Alright, you know what? Let's see where this autosave takes us. Might take us right into the battle. But I think we want to go try and get Morkant with to join us before we head up there. I really wish that there'd been an option to, like, back off. We'll check this out later. It's kind of annoying that there wasn't an option for that. Okay, did I already get... yep, I already got that. Alright, good. Alright, so we won't cross that bridge yet. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. It's terrible. Empty. That looks not good. Should probably do something about that, people. A tree has fallen into your, crops. I mean, I guess it's my fault for, like, putting off the, the actual quest. Alright, well, I guess we'll go talk to Mauchline. Hello! There's no mistaking the head of the village for a citizen of lesser stature. He is one of those elders who is only turned weathered and formidable with old age. Now that is a hat. That is... Can I have the hat? No? Alright, fine. And yet as you are brought before him, there is an unmistakable fear in his eyes. My name is Mauchline. I am Garifa of this town. I'm Elmendreda Aldsdaughter. It is an honor to meet you. Hi, Loxal. My name is Elmendreda. We're looking to buy supplies and horses. We have come to take a geld from you. If you wish to avoid bloodshed, bring us whatever you possess of value. We'll introduce ourselves. It is an honor to meet you. There follows a lengthy extrapolation by Morkant in the local language. The old man eyes you suspiciously all the while.
Norse, are you? We've had some visitors from your lands before.
You're given to understand that visitor is used here as a euphemism for a range of words along the lines of barbarian, savage, murderer, raider, plunderer, and so on. That's a fair cop. Will you tell me what happened when you last met people of our kind?
A ship much like yours came to a small island south of here. The port Gariffa of that place mistook them for merchants and directed them towards Yorfork.
That would be, York.
But before they left, they killed him and his men. We were lucky that they didn't come here. We've feared their return ever since, and now here you are. What shall we make of this?
That better not have been a veiled insult. Very bad things happen to those who insult me. We are not raiders. We are honorable people, and our errand is peaceful. Peaceful followers have gained morale, aggressive followers have lost morale. Yeah, that's gonna happen. You are a cat imploring a bird to come down from its tree. This is inferable from the look the Gariffa now gives you.
I would never question your honor, but you must go elsewhere on your errand. We cannot help you.
Is there nothing I can do to gain your trust? Instead of translating your words, Morkant addresses you in Saxon. Open-minded followers have gained morale, and conceited followers have lost morale. I am going to have a hard time getting some of these people to have high morale. If I may, this isn't simply a question of trust, or even of willingness. This village has no horses. They are too poor, and likewise they lack wealth with which to trade. A band of outlaws have recently troubled the village. They camp along beyond a nearby stream, frequently attacking the farms, or robbing merchants entering or leaving the town. Are you suggesting we rout these bandits? It might be exactly the kind of opportunity you need if I understand what you're after. If you were to drive out the outlaws and reunite the villagers with their possessions, they would have the means to give you what you're after. And what stronger demonstration of goodwill could they wish for? Malcolm is tapping his foot on the ground, arms crossed, watching you and Morkant converse in a language he doesn't understand. As soon as you pause, he jumps in, and Morkant resumes translating.
I ought to warn you, as Gariffa of this town, I answer to King Osred. Whatever befalls us here, you can be sure that the king will hear of it.
Very well, we'll prove that these people have nothing to fear from us. If a fight is unavoidable today, the village is the weaker foe. You won't need to translate this, Morkant. No. Very well, we'll prove that these people have nothing to fear from us. The multilingual monk casts a hopeful glance at you as you turn your back on the village elder. If you're going to confront these outlaws, do you mind if I come with you? What possible purpose would that serve? Let Morkant join. Fine, just stay back when the fighting starts. Morkant is now following you. You can count on me. Alrighty. Alright, so he is a monk. 2, 5, 6, 7, 9. Morkant is a brother of the Monk Weremoth Monastery and spent his youth in diligent study and contemplation. He has immense respect for the learned, and was inspired by his senior Bede to seek knowledge and codify it as an expression of faith and wonder of God's work. He spent several years wandering the Northumbrian countryside, tending to and teaching the people. It was during these travels that he developed his fascination with pagan beliefs and sought to preserve them. In his eyes, these rites and stories inform the unenlightened, grasping blindly for the illumination of God's truth, and through understanding them, he hopes to ease their transition into the true faith. Peaceful, open-minded, skeptical, and altruistic. Really? Skeptical? Interesting. Alright, so, you are indifferent. You're pleased, so that's good. You are indifferent, because you are also aggressive. You are aggressive, but you're loyal. You're devoted. You're peaceful. That's good. You're indifferent. You're pleased. You're indifferent. And you are indifferent. Alright, well, we'll see how this all, plays out. It can always be kind of a bear to, manage morale. But we'll see what we can do. For now, we'll go ahead and call this an episode. When we come back, we'll explore the town a little bit, and then go take care of the bandits. See you next time, everyone.